Einstein here again for day 3 of the rule of 100, and today we are going to go through the rule of 100, and I'm going to answer any questions if you have them in relation to BizDev in particular. As I mentioned yesterday, it's really important to grow your leads by constantly reaching out to people. And that way, if you can keep reaching out to people and keep filling your pipeline, it becomes it keeps you busy in the times when otherwise you may not be, because a lot of people get caught in the situation where they only work on the leads that they have in front of them now and not bringing in new leads. And if you're not bringing in new leads, the next time you've cleared your pipeline, you'll look around and there'll be no new leads around. So with that in mind, what I'm going to do is I am going to share out this link to a few people, and then I will be back in touch. Just give me a second there. So as I mentioned yesterday, there's a few people that have connected with me on email, and I'm just going to update the link in the meeting so that they have this one. Okay, there we go. Get that done. So where was I? Yeah. So yesterday we spoke about qualifying leads as well and having it in the diary. It's so important that the only way to really manage sales is I don't know if you've heard of the power, go for no. A lot of people are caught up, and me too from time to time, in not pushing people to say no to them. And in sales, it's good to get no's, because a no is going to be a step closer to a yes. And I was talking to someone earlier, and I like to have 4 good opportunities, and then I know that one of them is going to close, at least one of them. You could 2, maybe 3 even if you're lucky, but at least if you have 4 good opportunities, you can be pretty sure you're going to close one of them. And then that's the way you can control your pipeline, because then if you need to have 4 wins, you need to have 14 good opportunities, and then it becomes a maths problem rather than crossing your fingers and hoping to close the only leads that you have. And with that in mind, I also see, coming from a direct sales situation, I see, and you probably know about top, middle, bottom of the funnel type opportunities. And I really see social media. A lot of social media is top of the funnel, and people may be aware of the problem that they have, and you're educating them and they're getting engaged, and once you're working with them to get them onto your email list, and or onto your school platform type thing. I find school is great actually, and to be honest, but I would also have your email list. I would actually run both of them, and I'm actually currently running both of them. The one big takeaway from why you need to have both is because you can't email on school every day. And I kind of think it's important. The other thing, school gets, I've been on it now for a year and a half. I'm probably a member of 20, 30 school communities, and those messages, get lost. Same as like email, they get lost in email. They potentially can get lost in school. Okay. So what else was I going to say? So let me see. So I'm going to get stuck into the rule of 100 here, and we're going to do something. So let me see. So I'm going to go into the school group, and we're going to let me see. We're going to organize. I've been pushing pretty hard overnight for some leads. Sorry, just reading the message there. Sorry, yeah. So I was pushing pretty hard on my list for some leads overnight. So now I really want to provide more value now again, because as Gary V says, jab, 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 right hook, so you don't want to be always taking. So overnight I was kind of pushing pretty hard for leads. So today now it's all going to be about giving value again. And I've also, one thing I want to kind of mention as well is the fluidity, that's not even a word, having a funnel that's kind of fluid, I feel is very important these days, because you're constantly tweaking, you're constantly improving, and with AI now as well, you can really you can be tweaking and improving it constantly, which is good, and then that allows you to really hone it in. At the moment, I don't feel, and as I was talking to Wayne, my partner in the $1 Million Builders Club, I don't feel the funnel at the moment is flowing well. I feel I'm losing people in messages, and I'm losing people getting them onto my email list, and then I'm losing people again. And then, like the thing is, if you're not getting, if people don't get the value that they if you don't give them the value fast, then potentially they move on, and then they might never come to you. So if you can get them that value, fast, then they you have a better chance of working with them again in the future. Okay, so let's have a look. So so overnight the post didn't go as well as the previous night. So let me see what's happening here. Okay. So what I might do is I'm going to look for something new to post, and let me see what that something might be. So I'm going to go into I have a marketing brain for the $100 Million Builders Club, and I built it up over a couple of weeks, and it really become quite powerful. Quite powerful now. Because each week I'm feeding back into it what I learned, and feeding insights back into it. So it's very powerful at the start, but then once you start to feed in the outputs. So when I'm posting on Facebook and other places, I take the insights from there and I post it back up to the brain, and then the brain gets to learn what's working and what's not working, what you guys like and what you guys don't like. and then from there I can improve it. And if you've noticed over the last couple of weeks, I've really been able to amp up and improve the quality of the posts, and with that the quality of the engagements. It has been going really well, and there's two factors to that. One is the brain, but the second factor actually is in relation to the the hook master agent that I created, and I shared that out a couple of weeks ago. And if you don't have it, yeah, please reach out and let me know, and I can share it with you. Okay, so let me see. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to go into my brain, and I'm going to look to create some. Actually, I have there's two separate brains that I've been working on. So I have. If you've been following, which you probably have, I've been sharing a lot of insights on Alex Hormozi's interviews recently. So I created a brain whereby I fed into it all the interviews he's been doing with businesses to understand how he interviews them and how he moves forward. So I'm going to go in and have a look, see what potential content is there for that. So let me just open that up. And so in this particular brain, I'm actually using Notebook LM. I don't know if you've come across it, which I find is pretty good. And in that I have, let me see, what have we got? We have a couple of things that I've already identified. Alex Hormozi's business consultation questions, which we've done. 5 critical business constraints diagnosed. That sounds interesting. This is an excellent query. The LLMs love to be complimenting you these days. This is an excellent query, and as the entire adversary model, which includes 226 plus one-to-one consultations and 1,000 business workshops, was designed to gather data of the most frequent encountered constraints. Okay, so the constraints: leads, they couldn't get enough qualified leads; sales, they couldn't convert the prospects that they had into customers; and delivery, they couldn't retain customers long enough; low lifetime value, or high churn; profit, they were doing the first 3 well, but the bank account didn't show it. Okay, the goal of the interviews was always to diagnose the specific constraint to achieve the maximum return on effect. Okay, let's keep going. How to fix my money model and drastically increase lifetime value. A highly common issue for entrepreneurs was having a broken money model where they didn't make customers spend twice as much as they spent to acquire them within 30 days or less. Specific forms of this question include pricing challenges. How do you build a strong money model where insurance contracts lock you in the pricing? Recurring revenue. For businesses selling high-end durable products like handmade tables, how do you create recurring revenue or make them buy multiple times? Suggested warranty, annual maintenance, and accessories. Okay, the offer structure. How do I reposition the offer such that a higher percentage of people choose to buy? I'm going to move this over a little bit. So that I'm looking at you more. You're not looking at the side of my face. Offer structure. How do you reposition the offer such that a higher percentage of people choose to buy the full high-value package, especially when customers are prone to using pay-as-you-go downsell options? Okay, The underlying focus here is LTV. It's the differentiator that allows a business to outspend a competitor on acquisition. Should I push, double down, or should I pivot? Okay, so I'm going, let me see what other. Okay, so let me see. 5 critical business constraints. Let's see if we can turn this. Okay, I'm gonna take this. So I'm taking it actually from. I'm taking it from Notebook LM, and I'm going to go into my other brain, which is in ChatGTP. And within that, excuse me. Okay, let's have a look. So I am. So the reason I'm moving it across is that I find well, that's probably, it could be me as well, but I find Notebook LM is very kind of boring in the way it writes, and it's a bit highfalutin. Whereas I have trained ChatGTP to be more to talk more like me. So let's see. So this is going the 5 core questions that unlock any business. Here's what we discovered after 226 one-on-ones and over 1,000 business workshops. Every entrepreneur thinks their problems are unique. When you strip them away, the noise, almost every constraint falls into one of 5 questions that decide how far, how fast they can grow. What's the real constraint holding back growth? Leads, sales, delivery, or profit? Okay. How do I fix my money models? Most entrepreneurs don't have a lead problem, they have a money model problem. They spend $1 to acquire a customer and fail to get 2 back within 30 days. 3 common patterns showing up again and again. Price traps, locked rates or capped contracts like dental insurance clients, recurring revenue gaps, high ticket one-time sales without repeat paths. Think custom tables with no maintenance or upgrade plans. Offer positioning. Too many clients choose the cheapest option because the premium package isn't framed correctly. That's an interesting one. Should I double down or pivot? Entrepreneurs often die from indigestion, not starvation. They have too many kind of working things instead of one thing that compounds. How do I track, filter, and keep A players? When you become supply constrained, plenty of clients, not enough talent. The next constraint is people. Okay, and then 5. How do I book calls to actually show up? How do I book calls to actually show up? The silent killer of revenue isn't leads, it's no-shows. That's an interesting one. Improve show rate from 50% to 80% can double revenue overnight. We found three constraints fixed. Nurture system. Text message confirmation, micro touches from the lead nurture playbook, and 16 no skill actions anyone can do. Smart fix. Filter out tire kickers while educating real buyers. Bant or pre-call VSLs work the best. Preemptify objection handlings. Use short video message that answers the three top answers. Use a short video or message that answers the top three I didn't show because. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Preempt objection handling. Use a video or message that answers the top three I didn't show because excuses before they arise. Okay, this is really good. I'm gonna share this. Okay. What I don't have here yet now is a good title for this, a good subject line. So I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to bring in my hook agent, my hook master agent, and I'm going to ask it what subject lines could we bring with this. Okay. Every business problem comes down to these 5 questions. Okay, that's good, but it doesn't, for my group, which is an Alex Hormozi group, let's make it more specific. Okay, I'm going to read the top 3 that I came up with here. 5 questions that built or broke every $10 million business we studied. Ooh, I like that actually. 1,000 plus strategy sections, 4 real constraints, 1 repeatable pattern. If your business feels stuck, it's one of these 5 issues, guaranteed. Okay, they're fine. They're great for general, but as I say, my group is Alex Hormozi, so I think I need to be more specific. Okay, I'm going to suggest to it because I didn't understand. Sometimes a lot of people actually, when they using AI, they say, oh, AI didn't give me the right answer. I asked the question. I tell you, 90% of the time, it's how you ask the question is the problem and not ChatGPT. So, but anyway, let's have a look. Okay. Let me see. How do I make this more Alex Hormozi? Let me see. Okay. In the Hormozi interviews. So this is what I'm going to feed into my agent. Okay. And we'll see how it comes out. In the Hormozi interviews, every business problem came down to these 5 questions. Okay. I'm going to run it through and see if it can improve on that. I think it's pretty good, as I said. A little bit long maybe, but I'm finding with Facebook, excuse me, I'm finding with Facebook that long ones actually can be good because it gets people to scroll. And well, my thoughts are that any scroll at all is an indication of interest to the algorithm, and it gets you more visibility. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The AI isn't understanding me today. Not at all. Okay. I'm not happy with this. I'm not getting what I want from it. What I'm saying is, the Mosey interviews, every business problem comes down to these 5 questions. I may just run with it. I'm just thinking, what I'm thinking here, if you want to get into my head, is that in the Hormozy interviews, is it very clear to the person that'll open it what it is? Okay, that's my question. I might go in the Hormozy YouTube interviews. Yeah, it's getting longer again, but let me try it. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to, it's kind of weird. I go to Facebook and I see myself there talking to you guys. And so what am I going to do here? I'm trying to get a bit of a process going here, because I'm getting people to go to the school, to my school group. So the process generally is to put a more detailed article in YouTube or in school, and then I'm able to drive people from Facebook to the school group, and that means I can do. So I'm putting that in the school group, and then driving people from there. Let me see. And okay, so I need to go back to the article and see if my headline actually still matches it on Facebook, on chat. I'm also thinking, hey Anthony, how's it going? Let's bring you in. Wants to join? Let's have a chat. Lovely. Oh, you couldn't join. Some technical issue. Try again, Anthony. Try and come in. Love to chat to you. Come on in. Try and come in. How are you keeping, Anthony? If you want, you can type some questions in on Facebook as well, and I can potentially answer them there. So I'm just checking actually. I want to make sure that I'm not overlapping on the content that I've done earlier in the week as well. So we have every question asked before he goes deep. It is different. Yeah. So let me check there, Anthony, if you have any questions. Oh, I see you. Oh, you've been asking loads. How long have you been doing this? This particular live today, I've only been doing it, well, I've been doing it since 2 p.m. And if you're asking, yeah, no, this is only my second. Yesterday was my first and today is my second. So, yeah, so welcome. Try and come in again. I'd love to talk to you if you can. So what I've been doing and what I've been talking about, I'm running, basically I'm doing the rule of 100 live. And yeah, I'm literally just chatting about my experience and how I do the rule of 100 and the importance of it to grow your business. So Anthony, if you want, come try again, see if you can join in. I'd love to have you here. Let me see. So where was I? So I am. What I'm doing, Anthony, is I have, yeah, before you joined, I was talking about I have AI brains that I have created. One is in relation to marketing for $100 million Builders Club. And basically I've taken lots of different information in relation to avatars, who people that are in my, who potential clients would like. I've analyzed them. I've analyzed Alex Hormozy himself. I've analyzed different businesses. I've included my own tone, information on my own tone. I've also included a style guide of how I like to talk to people. And on top of that, then I built, I include weekly feedback loops whereby I give it the insights on how people are engaging with my content in the group and other places. And from there, then I'm able to fine tune my content a lot faster and use it. So I'm in the middle of using that now. I'm creating a new article that I'm going to post on school as the primary place. And then I'm going to post a shorter version of it on Facebook. And then I'm going to offer for people to come from Facebook to my school group, my free school group, if they want more information. So that's kind of it. And I'm just working on that as we speak. And what we came up with, basically, let me give you the heading that we're going for. So the heading is, in Hormozy YouTube interviews, every business problem come down to these 5 questions. Okay. And the 5 questions in short are, let me give them to you. the short version. What's the real constraint holding you back? Lead, sales, delivery, or profit? How do I fix my money model or multiply lifetime value? Okay. Should I double down or pivot? How do I attract, filter, and keep A players? How do I get booked calls to actually show up? Okay. Now I need to make sure that this whole thing is aligned. Every business's problem. Okay, I'm going to change this because it's not totally aligned. So in the Hormozi YouTube interviews, every business owner's problems come down to these 5 questions. Okay. So now yesterday's article was in relation to what Alex Hormozi asks the customer. Now this is in relation to what the user asks Alex. I'm just going to check again if you have any more questions for me. Not at the moment. Anthony, I'll check again in a couple of minutes. So if you have any further questions, be sure to come in to me, okay? So where am I? So here we go. So, and I'm I'm putting the long article into my school community, okay? And then I'll put a short version into Facebook and drive one to the other. I'll just check there if you have any more questions. Nice one. Okay, so school. Just doing a little bit of formatting. So what I'm going to do as well, guys, is I'm going to use this as an email for tonight. Use the short version for an email, drive people to my school community as well. When people sign up to the school community, they give me their phone number and email address, and I see if they're interested to have a chat about where they're at, etc. So let me see. The 5 core questions that unlock any business. I'm going to take that away. So I'm starting here with, hey guys, so in the Hormozi YouTube interviews, every business owner's problems come down to these 5 questions. Hey guys, every entrepreneur thinks their problems are unique. They are not. When you strip away the noise, almost every constraint falls into one of 5 questions that decide how far and how fast you can grow. What's the real constraint holding you back is the first one. Okay, so I think we're good here. I'm going to create a put into a category of growth. Look for a GIF. Okay, what GIF will I go to? I think just 5. So I'm going to just type in 5 and see what comes up. There we go. So now I'm going to go back and create a shorter version of that. So let me just okay. So yeah, it's going to be very short in Facebook, but that's fine. Let's do it. So let me post this now. Where is Facebook? Okay, so just posted the the title box, whatever it's called on Facebook, and now I have perfect. This is nice and short and valuable. Hey Freddie, how's it going? Welcome to the call. Just to give you a little feedback, I'm just posting, I'm just running through my own personal rule of 100 implementation for today. As part of that, I'm generating some new content and putting it out there. And with that, I've been going through the process of creating the content. And if you actually go to my Facebook page, or if you go to the $100 Million Mastery group, you'll just see the post going up. The post is headline is, in the Hormozi YouTube interviews, every business owner's problems come down to these 5 questions. I'm just posting that at the moment. So literally, we've gone through the process of kind of creating this, and now I'm posting it. And then we're going to take this, because I don't value Facebook as being, well, I don't value posting on Facebook as being one of the valid for the rule of 100, because I don't feel you can't be sure that this is going out it's going to be seen by anyone basically. But I needed to get something out here to be then able to be create an email where I'll drive people to engage. Yeah. And so the article, I think, did I give it to you? The 5 most common questions that business owners ask Alex. Want a full breakdown and more detailed questions? Comment 5, and I'll invite you to see the content. Okay, so that is that. So now I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it into Bravo, and Bravo is not. Let me get this out. So as I said, guys, yesterday, I do like Bravo. I was a bit disappointed when Wayne said originally that we should use it. But to be honest, since I started using it, I really like it. Well, I don't really like it, but it's better than a lot of the options out there. I actually used to love Active Campaign, and they seem to have downgraded the packages. So as we're ramping up, we didn't want to buy the expensive packages, and yeah. So yeah. So here we go. So I'm going to duplicate that. So I'm in Bravo. Sender's the same, recipients I'm change, subject line I'm changing, and I'm going to edit, and we're going to put in that subject line, even though it's really long. The thing is, guys, I don't know, I said this yesterday as well, that I don't mind putting in really long subject lines anymore. I think one thing that really helps delivery actually is putting in emoji at the start. But besides that, I don't think there's any problems with long subject lines. Editing the text. Let's get this in. Oh yeah. I don't know about you guys. I don't know where you guys are, but it's really hot here in Mexico at the moment, and I don't have the air on at the moment. So I'm just going to get this out, get my rule of 100 hit for the day, and then I'm going to have something to eat as well. But firstly, I'm trying to delete a picture. Let me see, how do I delete a picture? Oh, there we go. There we go, finally. Okay, now update the email. The email is going to be similar to the Facebook post for the moment. I should consider including I should consider, and as I speak, some likes are coming in on my content, which is nice. Let me see. And a like there from Monaf. Nice, Ahmed. Nice one, Ahmed. I think you're watching it from the start, or maybe you're live with me now. Welcome if you're live with me now. Don't see you live, but welcome. And I am going to finish sending that email. Let me see. I'm going to add in a little story. Do you want to be with me as I write a little story here and include it? Why not? Let's do it together. And then we'll finish this off. A lot of copy and pasting, guys, with AI these days. Oops. Okay, so almost finished writing that. There was some sort of reminder came in there. I'm not sure what it was. Let me see. Still don't know. So across hundreds of consults, Alex Hormozi kept finding the same pattern. Every growth issue traces back to one of 5 questions. What's the real constraint? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to send this now. Okay, it's going to be sent in the morning. And yeah, so listen, guys, thank you for joining me today. And we'll see you here live tomorrow again.